Hello, welcome to GhostPrime Reviews. So I'm going to take a look at Generation 1 Sideswipe. He's an iconic character. The toy comes from the Diaclone line, much like the original line of Transformers, and he was one of the original Transformers made. Now in Diaclone, there were a few variants on him. He was yellow and white. There's a police version. The police version is more sort of like a Red Alert, which we'll get into that later when I get a Red Alert video going on. Because it has the light bar, it makes it a slightly different. The yellow one is sort of an interesting one too. That later became Tiger Tracks from eHobby. So, but the original was actually red. And he is a very cool, turning into a Lamborghini Countach? I might be mispronouncing that. I know I have. I used to have a poster of Lamborghinis with the big red one in the middle. Like just like him when I was growing up over my bed. He is awesome. Wonderful toy. I love these old figures. I think they're fantastic. So before we get into it, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. So without any further ado, let's get to that review. All right, let's take a look at his packaging. This beautiful Generation 1 box art and the $11.99 Woolworth sticker. God, $11.99. Autobot Warrior Sideswipe. You got the start and change at the top. Transformers logo. This was, of course, you can see the little tape mark here, bent. So this is not a good flap. Something looks like it was for a present or something. It was probably wrapped and it was bent all the way around like that. So it's got a pretty hardcore flap piece in there. He's got his tech specs, robot points. I don't have the decoder for this one, but let's take a look at his specs here. Function, warrior. I don't break rules, I bend them a lot. Sideswipe is nearly the equal of his twin brother Sunstreaker in the combat arts, but less cold-blooded. Relishes a fight to the finish with an opponent. Uses underhanded tactics when absolutely necessary. Arms act as powerful pile drivers. Flies for up to 2 minutes with a rocket backpack. Fires flares, visible for 10 miles. Rash actions often lead to injure himself. Takes them all in stride. Now, one of the things with this tech spec is it could have been switched with Sunstreaker, actually. And maybe it was meant to be the Sunstreaker figure in red. And because it mentions the pile drivers. Kind of like Sunstreaker has on the shoulders, which can actually go on the ends of his wrists. Like hands. Now, people don't usually do that, but it is a possibility. So there's the insert on the inside. Also, I have with it the instruction manual. You see it is in full color, so it is one of the early instruction manuals. And then open it, says how to use the decoder. There's everything he comes with. How to transform. And kind of a loosely where to put the stickers. And I only have the original baggie with 2 of the missiles here. Extra, I have all 3. So in the package you also get a launcher. And his iconic gun. You might notice these look a lot like the Bumblebee movie weapons, which were modeled after this gun. And here's that 3rd missile. And get that close up. That can be placed in the launcher, like so. I think there is a spring in there, but it's long since sprung. That just kind of holds in there, not very tightly. Okay, first up, let's take a look at him in alt mode. You can see he has chrome rims with rubber tires. His whole back section is painted red. They matched it up really nicely. A lot of stickers. Someone, before I bought this, put Scotch tape over these, and that's annoying. I can't take those off without destroying the stickers. But he is just a gorgeous looking robot. A couple things to look out for, since this is metal. You want to look for chips and stuff like that when you're trying to buy one on the secondary market. This sticker here is oftentimes incredibly scuffed because these become the feet. So it's rare to find one that's actually this good of condition. These like to come off too. So when you're looking for one, bear in mind of the stickers, they get worn off really, really fast on this guy, and some stress marks on the spoiler. I found this for a good price, and so I was like, okay, well, the tape's there, it's there. He also has a seat, sort of. You can put a diaclone driver there, right behind his head. And he has those translucent windows. And I think this is one specimen that everything just works. Everything looks beautiful on this. But Generation 1 was known for their gorgeous car modes. Probably first, even over that of the robot mode. But this one has a beautiful robot mode as well. Okay, and here he is for a quick comparison with actually Generation 2 Optimus Prime. My other one is put away, but you get the drift. You get to see how he sizes up. But it looks really nice size, I think. I mean, I think this is probably a little small compared to this. It doesn't really work, but I think as a toy, it works really well. And here he is with Sunstreaker. A great pair. Now, just to get in a quick transformation, he is really, really easy to transform, as almost Generation 1s are. Just pull him apart like this. You want to turn him around, take his arms here, kind of wiggle these out. I want to be very careful because his joints are fairly tight. So I'm just going to pull these out like that on either side. Then take the front hood of the car, flip that around. I'm actually going to open that up a little bit. Push out his head, and then take this, move that up like that. Feet fold out. Oh, it's very hard to do. There we go. And legs come apart. And he's essentially done. That is robot mode. Before I put his weapons on, let's take a look at that head sculpt. Wonderful vintage head sculpt, vintage stickers. Crazy to think that these were probably unlicensed back in the day, huh? Now they can't get away without having a license. I love the color breakup on the white legs and abdomen, chrome arms, chrome feet, and all this wonderful sticker detail on them. That's one of the things I really like about these G1s is all these wonderful, wonderful sticker detail. I'm a huge fan of that. Now for his weapons, again, we put his missile in there. And then that clips on his shoulders right there. Now, one thing to look out for, those things do break, and taking these on and off, actually I'm a little nervous doing it because those little clips like to break. And then go ahead and stick his gun in his fist. This one for some reason is a little loose, but there he is. Now really the only articulation on him is his arms. His shoulders could do a 360, and he has a little bit more than 90 degrees at the elbow, but that's it. Here's from the back, and he cleans up really good. Move that up a little bit, get a little bit of, there we go. Give him that iconic look. Let's get a quick comparison here. Here he is with Optimus Prime. So G1 does scale sometimes. There he is with Sunstreaker from Generation 1. Man, they really don't make toys like this anymore, do they? I would love to see some reissues. I would love some more Generation 1 reissues. Honestly, who wouldn't? Would you? Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like also, or is it just me? So not much else to say here, really. It's an iconic character, an iconic toy. And if you don't have one for your Generation 1 collection, you need to have one. Whether it be the reissue or this one, you need it. He's a really great toy and a lovely figure. I love the die-cast in him. He's got some heft to him. I love the design of the chrome and all the stuff of the old first run of Generation 1s. Something that's really caught me as a child and still captures me today. And honestly, one of my favorites in the collection. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me to the end, and I'll talk to you guys next time.